Hey guys, it's me, Captain Norseman, and I'm here with some of the Aholes of the Galaxy members, the Dutch comic guy,
Hey guys.
Tevia Smoker,
Hang on. Hello.
Groovy Historian,
Hello, everyone.
and Ellis.
Hello, guys.
Alright, well guys, we're going to have a big discussion about, as you know, we've discussed Suicide Squad movie coming next year, we've discussed Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, and also Captain America Civil War. Now we're going to do a different project, basically, that's coming next year, another big comic book movie, and that is X-Men Apocalypse. Before we go in any detail or anything, I'm going to reveal a lot of the detail on my notes and everything, and then everyone can go in on this movie and say what they feel and everything at the moment. Okay. As we know, X-Men Apocalypse will be the 8th installment of the X-Men franchise. In December 2013, Bryan Singer announced the upcoming X-Men film titled X-Men Apocalypse, acting as the sequel to X-Men Days of Future Past. Bryan Singer is attached to direct the movie and also from a script by Simon Kinberg, Dan Harris, and Michael Dougherty. According to Singer, it will focus on the origin of the mutants. Kinberg said that it will take place in 1983, meaning it will be like 10 years later after the events of X-Men Days of Future Past, and will complete the trilogy that began with X-Men First Class, and it will be the end of the First Class people involvement in the franchise. James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Nicholas Hoult, Jennifer Lawrence, and Evan Peters will reprise their roles. Oscar Isaac will play the villain Apocalypse. Oscar confirms that molecular manipulation, one of his main powers, will be in the movie, and his costume is still in the works. Also, younger versions of Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Storm will be in the movie. Channing Tatum is also reported to appear in the movie as Gambit before he later that year appears again in the role in a Gambit spin-off movie, and principal photography is scheduled to commence in April 2015, Montreal, Canada. Okay, guys, that is all the details you basically need. Everything for this, this big discussion. That's all we know so far. So I'm going to ask everyone, Groovy, what is your thoughts going into this movie so far that's coming out next year?
Well, I'm actually think this is going to be quite a solid movie, to be fair, because they got some great actors involved and they got some good potential actors like Oscar Isaac as well. So I think he could play a pretty charismatic, great Apocalypse, to be fair, because he's really said he's a great fan of X-Men Apocalypse. So you can see his enthusiasm and passion. And in this industry for comic, that's quite rare for me anyway. So, yeah, I reckon it go quite well. As I said, it could be epic fail or epic blockbuster in my eyes. So, yeah. And I'm really happy with the molecular manipulation of Apocalypse. So they're staying true to his origins, sort of. Yeah, guys, yeah.
Okay, Darwin, you can go in next.
Well, I just love that Oscar Isaac is like teasing his powers and the costume and it's not finished yet and I wonder what he's going to look like. And I really hope he plays the role well. So yeah, kind of excited for this movie. So yeah, wait and see how they do it and that kind of stuff because I hope Fox doesn't fuck it up. So yeah.
Okay, Tevia Smoker, your thoughts?
Oh, well, my thought on the whole apocalypse thing about the first guy character coming back. I'm so happy that we get to see James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender and who played Beast again?
Nicholas Hoult played Beast.
Nicholas Hoult. I think bad because I love X-Men and I'm glad that they're coming back. I'm still bummed that Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are not coming back, but that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I am so happy that we got an actor who loves X-Men comic and loves Apocalypse. So I'm hoping this movie is great, like It's in the Future Past, which I love that movie, and in my opinion, I think the movie is great. Granted, you guys think overly, but that's your opinion, and I respect that. For me personally, as X-Men, I loved it, and I'm hoping this movie is great at Days of Future Past, and I'll end the First Class series great note.
Okay, Tevia, thank you for your thoughts. Alright, Ellis, your thoughts of everything you've heard so far going to the X-Men Apocalypse?
Everything I've heard so far is okay. I've watched most of the X-Men films over the weekend, so I kind of know what's going on now, because I had not yet finished watching Days of Future Past, but now it's all kind of making sense. Obviously, Ian McKellen and Patrick are not coming back. That kind of ticks me off, but that's okay. Basically, I kind of see this as X-Men's interpretation of Infinity War, so it's going to be awesome. And I know this is like impossible and probably will not happen, but Fantastic Four have quite a lot of what my they have a lot to do with Apocalypse, so there might be something like a tie-in there, but probably not.
Mm-hmm.
And I quite like the fact that it's mainly the First Class cast. That's okay, and it's probably going to be one of the X-Men's most powerful threats in this movie trilogy and the franchise, obviously. So yeah, it's going to be really cool.
All right, my thoughts. Me. With the X-Men franchise, obviously everyone knows it. The franchise for me started off decently with X-Men 1 and 2 were decent, good start. X-Men: The Last Stand and also Wolverine Origins were absolutely fucking awful. Then X-Men First Class started the revival of the franchise, and the Wolverine was decent as well. And and then Days of Future Past was a pretty good movie. So pretty happy with the last three movies. They've really really shaped things up for the X-Men franchise. I'm glad. And X-Men Apocalypse, as Groovy said, could be either a great movie or a failure or just an average movie. One thing I will say is I'm really happy about the First Class people. I'm also really happy about Oscar Isaac, how excited and passionate and enthusiastic he is. He mentioned about the storyline of Archangel and Apocalypse and everything. So you could tell he knows his shit basically when it comes to X-Men comics and everything, which is really good. Obviously, I'm actually really excited because I'm a big fan of the First Class people. They're my favorite part of this whole franchise. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to ask like another good question, basically, because I just read out all the details. I'm going to ask Darwin first. Darwin, where do you, out of all the movies, obviously, where would you rank X-Men, Apocalypse in your rankings of all the comic movies coming out next year? Where do you rank it, like, in your most anticipation?
I think number 6.
Okay. All right, number 6. All right, Tavia, where do you put it?
For me, for Apocalypse actually is actually on my most anticipated 2016 because beside Civil War, which comes out I think next year, I think.
No, it comes out in that year, dude.
Besides Civil War, X-Men is at second because 2 reasons. One, I love X-Men. It's one of my favorites. Well, not comics, but movies and video game and TV. 2, it's Apocalypse. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully, Fox, dear Fox, don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up.
Okay.
It's on my number 2 list, but that could change.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
As you can see, Groovy, where obviously you're a massive Apocalypse fan, but obviously probably the biggest out of everyone here. We're all Apocalypse fans. But for you, where is your anticipation with X-Men Apocalypse?
Well, for me, it's either going to be 3 or 4 because there's other great movies that want to be that. 'Cause the reason why I'm saying that would rank 3 and 4 in that year because we still can't. There's always that uncertainty. If I knew 100% it was going to be a great movie, I'll put it at number 1 because you've got EC and other things as well. So we're gonna have to see. But I really am fucking excited though, to be fair, guys.
All right, Ellis, what about you?
Well, obviously it's going to be freaking awesome, but I can't really rate it because we haven't really seen and heard enough about it yet. But if I were to rate it against all the other films coming out that year, I'd probably put it about 4.
All right. Okay. Me, with my anticipation, I would say it's probably my 4th most anticipated because Civil War is the most anticipated for me. Then it's Dawn of Justice. Then it's Doctor Strange because I'm a big fan of Doctor Strange, and that's why. And then obviously Apocalypse because it's such a one of my 3rd favorite villain of all time, and first time ever he's gonna be on the big screen. It's such a historic moment, and I can't wait. And as we know, as I read the details out, this will be the last movie for the First Class people that they're going to be involved in the franchise, so the end of their, type of a trilogy in a way. So I'm going to ask everyone their thoughts, basically. As we know, Wolverine 3 happens also in Gambit also after this movie. And as we know, Wolverine 3 looks like it's going to be the final movie of the franchise. So do you reckon, Darwin, this is actually going to be the final team movie for the X-Men franchise?
Well, maybe. Who knows? I guess for first class people, maybe, yeah. But Fox has still have led untitled movie in what was it again? 2018?
2018, yes.
2018, I think.
So yeah, maybe that's an other X-Men movie. Who knows?
Hmm.
But wait to see, or it's what people might hope for, X-Force, but
Hmm.
or yeah, who knows? But maybe it's the last one, maybe not. We'll just wait and see, I guess.
All right, Groovy, you could actually do your thoughts about, because I remember me and you had a debate off the air basically about what the 2018 movie could be and about Apocalypse if it's going to be the final movie, the final Team X-Men movie. So, what is your thoughts basically about that? Do you reckon it's going to be the final team movie or what?
Well, from what we discussed and my personal thoughts, I don't really think it's going to be a final movie because the title of this is X-Men Apocalypse, so it's not really stating if it's the Age of Apocalypse when he rules Earth or it's just the starting of the destruction when he takes over Earth. So it's kind of a double standard sort of thing. So I'm really personally think it's going to be Age of Apocalypse in 2018 because it would make more sense. He's a massive villain, and they don't really want to end it just yet on that note, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
They might put like the new generation of X-Men. You remember all the young ones, like for example, Magneto's daughter and all the other guys were like attacking Apocalypse in the X-Men Evolution, if you remember correctly.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember
Things
that
like
shit.
that, right? Yeah, so I think it actually genuinely could be Age of Apocalypse, and those are my thoughts, guys.
Okay, so another one. He thinks that the 2018 movie will be probably the final one with Age of Apocalypse. Tevia, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be in 2016 next year, the final team movie? Because it won't be the final movie, as we know there's other installments, but
Yeah.
do you reckon it's either going to be the final team movie, or will it be 2018 for you?
Probably for me, actually, I'm probably gonna guess here, but for me personally, I think it's gonna be a fun team movie for first class people because, bear in mind, Apocalypse is one of those characters like Darkseid for DC and Thanos for Marvel for the Avengers. Apocalypse one character actually that cannot be killed. Well, I think he cannot be killed. But actually, I'm gonna remember here.
I'm not
And
sure.
no
he
one.
can't be killed, dude.
No, yeah, you're right. He's immortal. So my best guess, and I'm 2018, it's probably going to be either Apocalypse, but that's a maybe. But at the same time, it could be the Fantastic Four sequel, which I hope that does not get made.
Well, the Fantastic Four reboot sequel, by the way, is in 2017. It's not in 2018.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah.
So hopefully if it end the franchise again, I'll be happy. But at the same time, no, actually, if Apocalypse does return in 2018 either Apocalypse, then I'll be more happy, but I'm just 50-50.
Okay. So
I
you're
want to see another part of me hope it's good.
Okay. So you're thinking, as Tevye just said, he thinks it's going to be definitely the end for the first class people as they confirmed it, but it could continue for 2018. Ellis, what about you? Do you reckon it's going to end in 2016, the final team movie, or will it be in 2018 for you?
2018 for me. I'm gonna go with what Groovy said about Age of Apocalypse because that would be a really good idea. Because I don't want Apocalypse to be introduced to the X-Men and then killed off in the same film. They need to expand on him.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I agree with that because you don't want Apocalypse to be a one-stand villain in the movie.
Yeah, I agree. All right, my thoughts. I totally agree with the boys here. I would love if, obviously, I think it definitely will be the end of the first class people, which, of course, end it, while the iron is hot, obviously, before everyone gets bored and everything eventually. But for me, obviously, I don't think 2016 is the final X-Men movie. I think in 2018 it will be. And I think if it is Age of Apocalypse, like some of the boys have said here, that would be awesome because I would love to see another movie of Apocalypse. And if Oscar Isaac does kill it in the role, great. We'll get to see some more footage of him in the role. And yeah, that would be amazing to see Age of Apocalypse, because I think X-Men Apocalypse is mainly just him, pretty much coming to, life and everything and taking over and stuff like that. And then obviously Age of Apocalypse would be, in 2018, unless they're actually going to fit that in all in one movie. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Because Oscar Isaac did say something about making the X-Men come to their knees, so maybe it will be Age of Apocalypse in 2018. I don't know. But anyway, as you can see, guys, all right, you know what? This is going to be interesting now.
Yep.
All right, now this is going to be an interesting question. Darwin, for you, Oscar Isaac has been a big topic. Everyone, when they first saw the guy, obviously they were a little bit shocked. They were like, who the hell was this? But then obviously with his enthusiasm and everything, it's starting to a little bit win people over with his passion and everything. And that guy is a talented actor. But do you reckon? Obviously, do you reckon Oscar Isaac has what it takes to make an absolute brilliant performance as Apocalypse? Because it needs to be a 10 out of 10. So do you think he can do it?
Well, maybe, who knows? Wait and see. I guess I need to see the movie first
Mm,
to really see like Oscar Isaac's potential for this character
mm,
because Apocalypse never been done before on the big screen. So
mm.
yeah, I think this is gonna be a hard challenge even for an actor like him. So wait and see, and I hope he does well. So
Yeah.
yeah, so just wait for that movie. So.
Yeah. Also, another factor I want to do before Tevye goes, the reason why there's actually a lot of pressure on Oscar Isaac to deliver is because the role of Apocalypse is as big as
With
Tevye
Thanos?
said earlier, as Thanos, as a Darkseid, as a Joker, as a Lex Luthor, and people like that. It is as big. So he needs to definitely knock it out of the park with this performance, and hopefully he will. So Tevye, what about you? Do you reckon? Are you really confident he's going to do well, or are you still a little bit, tiny bit worried or something? What about you?
For me personality, for the actor, who played in Apocalypse,
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac, I think Oscar Isaac actually, I think he's a great actor, and I think he can pull it off because he knows the short material, and I think he loved Apocalypse. So, in personality, I have full faith in him because
Hmm.
I think he can do it.
All right.
At the same time, though, if Fox does the like opposite with them and they fuck him up, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Hmm.
But I'm hoping it works out, and hoping he can do it because I think he can pull it off.
Okay. All right. Groovy.
Well,
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Tevye.
yeah. Well, before I do my about the whole pressure idea. You all read about that, Captain? About Apocalypse. Apocalypse is one of the characters actually not like the X-Men, like like Thanos, like the Dark Side,
Hmm. Yeah.
like Joker. That's a
Hmm.
lot of pressure because a lot of people
Hmm.
are X-Men fans, hardcore X-Men fans. I'm doing quotations.
Yeah.
Actually, don't want to see the very character be fucked up,
Hmm.
and it's just a practice fan. You know what I've been over there for that for.
Oh God.
Uh,
But yeah, we'll
uh,
continue with X-Men.
yeah. What's the about the Fox doing their mistake and they don't do a move like that?
All right.
Fox, please don't fuck this up because Pocket is one of the biggest characters. Make it good, and Fox got it. Good luck.
All right. Okay. He's giving full support and confidence. Groovy, are you confident in Oscar Isaac? Or, are you a little bit worried? Are you spoiled for what are you? How do you feel about him playing the
Well,
role?
I am supportive for, Oscar Isaac because he seems like he's very passionate, and I reckon he does have a perception of Apocalypse that he could do a very great job, and I do think he can do a godlike job. But my only real concern is will Fox push his buttons and pressurize him in of such a way he'll kind of like freak out for the task. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
But as
I get what you
everyone
mean.
knows, I'm such a big fan of Apocalypse and X-Men comics, not the retarded version of Fox here, so get it right, guys. I'm really pushing.
Yeah.
I do think he can, but I'm still a bit wary anyway, so about 80% I think he can do it, guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ellis, what about you? Are you confident in Oscar Isaac? What about you?
I am completely confident. I have so much faith in this guy. I mean, look what they did for Thanos with Josh Brolin. He's just, oh, however you pronounce it. He's just, the CGI these days is just so good. You can make anyone Apocalypse, and he's going to be brilliant because he's a very talented actor.
All right. Okay, that's him. He has faith. Me, okay, I think I have faith in Oscar Isaac now. I think, you know what? And I think this is mostly everyone's reaction in the beginning. I remember when I first saw who it was, I was like, who the fucking hell is this guy? But then the guy started winning me over because he started telling us how, he was, he kept teasing us about the role, telling us how he read comics. He was telling, because he was actually telling us legit stuff about Age of Apocalypse and everything and the stuff of Archangel. And I was like, okay, guy's actually a comic book fan, an X-Men fan, so that's actually, quite good to see. And then, he's teasing the powers today. So, and plus, I've actually watched some of his scenes. The guy's actually a pretty good actor, pretty good actor. So I was like, you know what? I think the guy could hit it out of the park. So now I'm actually starting to get more. I'm actually starting to get more confident with him. But at the same time, I think I like Oscar Isaac because he feels like as Tevye said, he knows the source material, which is a good thing. He knows how to act in the role. So, I'm really excited to see him how he's going to do. And if it is in 2018, he gets another chance. Great. Give him Age of Apocalypse too if he does great. So yeah.
Yep.
And as I said before, I do not want this role ruined. Apocalypse is
Mhm.
one of my favorites of all time. If he gets ruined, I'm gonna hate Fox even more forever. But anyway,
Yep.
anyway, I'm gonna do one more thing basically with it, guys. As you know, we're gonna go for our final thoughts here. Darwin, your final thoughts so far going into X-Men Apocalypse.
Well, um, I am kind of excited. I hope they do it right. You know, if they do it wrong, then oh God.
Oh God.
And we'll wait to see who else will be in the movie, and yeah. So yeah, that's really what I think of it.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay, Tavia, your
Mhm.
final thoughts.
Oh, fun parts.
Yeah.
My fun part of X-Men Pocket, and I'm always good, and I want to be great like Days of Future Past because
Mhm.
I love X-Men and I love these characters.
Mhm.
Granted, though, I've not read a lot of X-Men comics, mainstream X-Men comics. I read Old Man X-Men, and the first half of Old Man X-Men is good, but the last half got really shitty with Over the Apocalypse. Which I'm hoping they don't follow Old Man X-Men comic. I really hope they didn't do Over the Apocalypse.
Mhm.
Over the Apocalypse got awful, but hoping the movie Apocalypse is awesome, and I'm hoping this is good because I have X-Men and I want to be good. But if Fox fucks it up, I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna hunt Fox down and I'm gonna kill him.
Anyway, thank you for that, Tavia. Groovy, your final thoughts going into X-Men Apocalypse. I almost said Days of Future Past. What the hell? But
Yeah.
all right. But anyway, your final thoughts going into the
Fox has got
to the
my full
movie.
support. This movie's got my support, but Fox ain't really got my support, as you know, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's going to be a great movie. I think it's going to be such an apocalyptic type of movie by Apocalypse. So yeah, I can't wait to go and watch it, you guys.
All right, Ellis, your final thoughts going into X-Men Apocalypse so far.
I am they could mess up, but I actually really do have high hopes for this because the X-Men franchise are gradually learning from their mistakes, and they have come up with some really good films recently. So yeah, I think this film could be major, amazing, or it could be a massive failure and could basically end the franchise.
Yeah, I totally agree. Me, final thoughts. I'm excited for this. Really excited to see Apocalypse. Interested to see how Bryan Singer does, and then another installment for another X-Men movie he's doing. I hope this movie's good because the X-Men movies, as Ellis and quite a few of the other boys just said, First Class was great, the Wolverine was decent, and then Days of Future Past was pretty damn good. So the movies are getting better, and as Ellis said, they're learning from their mistakes. They're getting better. The quality is going more up every time. So hopefully X-Men Apocalypse is great and everything. I'd love it to be great. I love Apocalypse and the X-Men. So yeah, really excited. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you watch this live, thank you. If you're going to watch this later when it's uploaded, thank you again. And also, basically, Darwin, tell them where else they can find you. All right. Okay,
Darwin?
go ahead, Darwin. Yeah, Darwin, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Follow me on Twitter, the Dutch Comic Guy 90, and Facebook, the Dutch Comic Man, and the link to my channel is in the description. So.
All right. Yeah, Tavia.
Well, you can follow me actually on YouTube. Actually on Type of Smoke on YouTube.com. The link in the description. Also follow my Facebook page.
Mhm.
And maybe Twitter, but Twitter, I don't go on Twitter. I'll go on Twitter eventually.
Okay. Groovy, tell them where they can find you.
Check out my Twitter, Groovy Historian. Check out my site, officialgroovyhistorian.com, guys, and my links in the description as always.
Okay, Ellis, tell them where else they can find you.
Subscribe to me on YouTube, link will be in the description. You can follow me on Instagram at ohmyfanos, which is one word. And you can follow me on no, not Insta. You can follow me on Twitter, which is elshamouse. And that's it.
Okay. Guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, Captain Awesome93, follow me on Instagram, Captain Awesome93, and subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button, basically. And yeah, I've got loads of content on the channel if you really like it here. And also, if you want to see more videos, definitely subscribe. And subscribe to the boys, they're great YouTubers. But thank you so much, as usual, and we're out, guys. Bye.